Good morning. It is time to get up with the chef back cooking in his kitchen. Steph's return will tell you exactly what it means. Meanwhile, Cooper, super. Did this rookie plant his flag for the award with a weekend for the ages? Wait till you see the company he's now keeping. Plus, tonight, it's for all the marbles. Does UConn do the dynasty, or do the Michigan men leave the Huskies feeling go blue? All that and more as we get up with you, starting right now. Here we go. The big fella and I had a nice breakfast this morning. D-Wood is ready to go. But we are by no means alone this morning. We got lots of people to share our time with today. We got Iman Shumpert up with us early. We got Tim up with us early. Orlovsky will be along as we roll on. Let's begin with the return of the night. It was the Warriors. It was the Rockets. It was the great Steph Curry, back and better than ever, coming off the bench for the first time since March of 2012. And how about the matchup with Steph and KD? Take a picture, folks. You're going to miss it when it's done. Look at these moves. Little tough move there from Steph. And then, you know when you know he's feeling it? Shump called for it. Look at him on the ground. That lets you know Steph is feeling good. Warriors down 7. Next possession. Of course, this is going to go in, because that's what Steph Curry does. It's a 10-point Houston lead after 3. Steph tells you he's back. You know who else is out there is Durant. Rockets are up just 2. Durant, long range. He had 31 points, 8 boards, 8 assists. Rockets by 5. Less than a minute later, Curry cutting over Thompson. It's a 1-point game. Next Rocket possession. Stay with it. Şengün in the painted area, plus the foul. Draymond does not like the call. 3-point play makes it a 4-point game. Ensuing Warriors possession. Tell me how this goes in. D-Wood, come on.
Crazy.
5 threes for Steph in the game. It's a 1-point game. Warriors down 1:30 seconds left. Look at the defense from Thompson. But wait a minute. You make the call. Is it goaltending? Yes, it is. Ball hits the glass first. Thompson a hair late. Warriors by 1. Rockets possession. Durant, Şengün. Houston by 1. Stay with the play. No timeout called. 10 seconds to go. Warriors with a chance for the win. Steph, does he give it up, D-Wood? Does he give it to anybody else?
No.
Certainly not. Take it himself. Here comes the double. Steph off balance for the win. And it's no good. Steph, 29 points, 5 of 10 from 3. But the Rockets spoil his return, 117-116. Here was Steph after the game.
Felt good. Some good nerves going into it. And coming off the bench, you're trying to pace yourself physically, mentally, to get ready for your runs. And first run was tough. Second run was great. Second quarter, once I got my feet underneath me, and obviously the momentum carried.
You can just feel it. We're back in the mix. You know, we're back in the fight with Steph.
Okay, back in the mix, perhaps. Let's talk about it. Shump, at what moment, exact moment, did you know last night that Steph was feeling it in his return?
Well, besides the Berea threes that, he decided to hit, it definitely was the blow by KD, little hezzy, stop, get by him, throw him up for him, and then give it to me, Steph. I just need a little bit to know that you okay. It was good to see him back in rhythm. I know that when Steph gets going, the fun parts of Steph usually are highlighted when he's healthy, when he's excited, when he feels confident in his team. And that's what I saw last night, a healthy Steph Curry rejoining the team and letting them know, hey, hope is still alive.
Absolutely. He plays with a joy that is contagious, and it's something the game so desperately needs. Now, Tim, I wrote it down. Steve Kerr said back in the mix. Steph Curry is back. What exactly does it mean for the Warriors?
Yeah, he said back in the fight. I'll say this: they're back in the show. I can't really shimmy like Shump and Steph, but they are back in the show. There's reason to watch the Warriors again, no doubt about it. Back in the fight, hey, I'll give them a shooter's chance to get out of the play-in, to win a couple of road games, to punch their playoff ticket. It ain't going to be a long fight in the first round, though, against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not sure if you saw what they did to the Lakers last week, but I think we'll see a little bit of that come the first round should the Warriors get there. But again, Steph Curry's back. The Warriors are fun to watch again. Watch them while you can, though, because they're not going to be around much longer.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I totally agree right now. I didn't say that they was going to make a long push into the playoffs, but when Steph Curry is available, this team is always going to be dangerous. and they're always going to be fun to watch. So I agree. If you live in San Fran, enjoy it, have a good time, get your popcorn, first round and out.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's able to get out of that play-in, and then a little later we'll talk about what the future may hold.
Inside the NBC Sports Bay Area studios, it's Toyota Warriors postgame live. Laura Britt alongside Rod Brooks. We've got NBA champion Festus Ezeli here as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed your Easter. But what a way to claw back in this game. The Warriors almost did it there at the very end.
Oh, my gosh, LB. Rod, that was a game right there. This was a game where you're going against the Houston Rockets. This is one of the top teams right now in the Western Conference. You have Kevin Durant on that side. Kevin Durant is playing incredible basketball. His ability to score, you saw it from the block, you saw it off the dribble, you saw it from the three-point line. KD was special by scoring, but what I loved about what he did tonight, he was a playmaker. He's a facilitator. The combination of him and Alperen Sengun, very tough. Amen Thompson, his athleticism, this is a special team. But this whole game was all about Steph Curry.
Speak on
His
it.
return
Speak
right
on
now
it.
was really something to get this team hyped up and excited about. Steph hasn't played with this version of the Warriors yet.
At all.
He came back. He saw Kristaps Porzingis on that side. He saw a more confident Draymond Green. He saw Brandon Podziemski, Pat Spencer. This team, the Warriors team, it took them a while to get accustomed to having Steph back in the lineup. I thought the first half was about the Warriors trying to get used to Steph being in the lineup and trying to figure it out. They weren't making threes the first three quarters. In the fourth quarter, it felt like riding a bike again.
Yep.
I felt like Steve Kerr showed us a masterclass in making plays, adjusting, making second, third reads. You saw Draymond Green making those plays. You saw Pat Spencer coming in, DeAnthony Melton. I thought the Warriors did a great job in that second half. It give you something to be really excited about moving forward.
The only thing that would have made this night perfect if the Warriors would have won the game. But here's the deal. This game doesn't matter. These games leading into the play-in that the Warriors are locked in, it does not matter. What matters is what we saw tonight and what you were just talking about, Festus. Steph Curry looked like Steph Curry. The threes were there. The handle was there. Going to the rack was there. We got a shimmy. We got to back it up as the three is going up and in. We got the full Steph Curry experience, and your point is absolutely right on. We saw in the second half with the Rockets being the Rockets. I said this in the pregame show. With them not having a point guard, if you're within 10 points in the fourth quarter, their offense gets clunky. It did, but the Warriors were able to take advantage of it. And to see this Warrior team, and we thought, how long is it going to take for Steph to look like Steph and for the Warriors to look like the Warriors with Steph? We thought, what, maybe a couple, 3 games? It took a half.
Yeah, 3 quarters.
It took 3 quarters at the most for the Warriors to look like the Warriors with Steph Curry. So to me, it was an almost perfect night. The Warriors and Steph looked normal. In this game, it doesn't matter. What matters, how does Steph feel tomorrow going forward?
Yeah, that's going to be a big talking point. The Rockets finishing with 5 players in double figures. Meanwhile, the Warriors with 4. Let's take you back to the fourth quarter. Let's walk
let's watch it again.
This was insane. Steph Curry finishing with 29 points tonight. But this is what he does, fellas. This is it.
If this is a game, if you're talking about coming back in the game, Steph says he wanted to feel the adrenaline again. This is a game that you come back for. Steph was phenomenal down the stretch. It feels like when the moment gets bigger, when the lights get brightest, that's when Steph starts to show up. That's when the team started to show up. Kevin Durant himself making big shot after big shot tonight.
You know, and one thing I want to point out is the Steph pyrotechnics offensively were outstanding, but I noticed one play where he played very important defense on Reed Shepherd, moving his feet, getting in front of him. I just wanted to point that out because, again, you're getting the full Steph Curry experience, but this is the NBA at its absolute highest level. Alperen Sengun was absolutely special. He gave the Warriors more than they could handle inside. Give credit to Jabari Smith Jr., but that's a bad man.
Do you see this?
There.
Do you
that's
see
brother.
action after action after action? You guys think that when you're guarding Steph Curry, that you guard him on the first side. Yes, athleticism is going to guard you on the first side, but discipline says you have to guard him on the second, third actions, especially when he gets double teamed. You see his man guarding him all the way beyond the three-point line?
Everybody's moving. Look
but
at that.
It's something that this team has talked about when Steph Curry is on the court with them. They get their swagger.
Yeah.
That's what they talk about. And you saw them play with that late in this game.
Well, they knew all we got to do is just keep it close. All we have to, and to see Steph again look like Steph in the first half. Like I think he was 2 of 5 from behind the money line in the first half. But you could see that it was online. It was coming.
This play right here, like you're always going to send a double team at Steph. You saw that a lot in the second half. Teams are scared. They don't want Steph to come awake. Even in the first half, you were still double teaming Steph because you don't want him to come alive like that. You know that when Steph hits one shot, it's not just one shot. It's the whole building coming alive. It's his teammates getting more confident, and you saw that in the second half. It didn't matter. And what I loved is that everybody adjusted. They understood that, listen, if Steph gets double teamed, I cut here, I back cut here. They had double, triple actions just to get the Rockets involved. And I just love the fact that this team, the Warriors, are confident. Brandon Podziemski hit some big shots. D'Anthony Melton hit some big shots. Draymond makes some big plays. These are what the Warriors are going to have to do moving forward. We only have 4 games left. Now you have to start building with this momentum.
Did you see that one play late in the fourth quarter where the Rockets had 2 guys face guarding Steph about 26 feet away from the basket?
Insane.
And nobody else getting that kind of attention. Nobody. And again, it took 3 quarters for the Warriors and Steph collectively to look like they have when they were really getting things going.
I mean, that didn't take very long to get back into basketball shape.
He missed 30 games.
Steph, just how's the knee feel?
Feels great. It's been a long process, longer than I thought, but I'm just happy to have a little clarity and a little window to get back out there and try to get to the level I was playing at and finish the year strong. So I'm excited.
There was a lot of talk about, maybe shut it down, why play the rest of the season? For you, why is it important for you to come back and play these last 2 games and enter the playoffs?
I mean, I love playing basketball. That's what I get paid to do. So if, I'm healthy to play and it's safe to go out there and test it in live action, and all the work that I've put in will hopefully pay off. So our season's been, different than we expected, but the fact that, there is something to still play for gives all of us a lot of confidence down the stretch to try to make something out of it, and I want to be a part of it.
What have you learned about this injury and this process, and I don't know what kind of information you can give us on like why you feel fine to come back, and if you think this is something that you have to monitor like the rest of your career, like what do you know about this injury?
I mean, it was more of a mental thing at first, meaning I didn't know, to your point, I didn't know enough about it, and I thought I was going to be out for like a week, 10 days max, let it calm down. And every time I got on the court or tried to push it, then that first month, there was always I would call it a reaction, or you knew it just wasn't healing as fast as you thought. So the patience then was tough, just because it's one of those injuries that you really just have to let rest. There's nothing you can kind of push through or be on the court while it's healing, and it's just a different experience than most injuries that I've had that have like a very defined timeline and a very defined process of do this, then you're going to feel this, and then this is going to heal, and then you're going to be able to do this. Like all those checkpoints, this is every day I wake up, first thing you think about is how does it feel? So that unpredictability was definitely a struggle throughout the whole process. And even still now, because as good as I do feel now, I hope it stays that way. It's just a matter of, getting out there and seeing.
Have you been given a level of assurance or confidence that, like, this isn't something you'll be worrying about next October? September?
Yes and no. There's nothing structurally wrong with my knee, so it's not like I'm compromised out there. It is a new normal, though, if that makes sense. So it's just a matter of understanding what I need to do off the court to make sure everything around my knee is strong and firing the right way. I will take full advantage of the off season whenever it is to have a full reset. And then you just kind of figure out what it looks like going into next year. But right now, I kind of understand what the new normal is, and it's good enough to play.
You mentioned, the off season, but what do you think is still possible for this team this season?
Hopefully winning 2 play-in games, and then we have another conversation. It's the only thing that's in front of us right now. So, 5 games left to build momentum. It is weird that you could lose all 5, win all 5. It doesn't necessarily matter. But the idea of what we're trying to do to be the best team come that first play-in game, and whoever we play, whether it's Portland or the Clippers, be able to find and embrace that challenge, win 1 game, and then have to go do it again. That's pretty straightforward, and then see what happens after that.
And we know how much it means to you to be out on the court and having fun playing basketball. So how hard were these past 2 months for you being away from the game?
It was tough. Back to that earlier question, just because that first the Detroit game, I knew something was wrong. And when I left the court, I didn't think I'd be gone longer than a week or so from everything I was told. And then slowly as
What if the most important thing that happened for the Warriors was not the final score, but the feeling that the whole building changed the second Steph Curry stepped back on that floor? Because that is the truth, Dub Nation. Forget all the outside noise for 1 second. Forget the doubters, forget the cold takes, forget the people already writing the ending of this team. Steph came back, dropped 29 points in just 26 minutes, hit 5 threes, had the crowd losing its mind, had Houston sweating, had the whole NBA watching again. And most importantly, he put the Warriors right back where they belong. In the show, in the fight, in the conversation. Yeah, that's what last night was. A reminder, a warning, a message. Number 30 is back, and when Steph Curry is back, Golden State matters again. And that's why I'm looking at this with total optimism, because sometimes one player does not just add points, he adds belief, he adds rhythm, he adds fear into the opponent and confidence into his own teammates. You could feel it. The pace looked different, the swagger looked different, the arena felt different. Even the missed game winner at the end did not take that feeling away. Why? Because the shot itself told the story. The Warriors had the ball, the game on the line, and Steph Curry taking that shot. That means the Warriors are alive. That means the season still has pulse. That means no one gets to relax when they see Golden State on the other side. And I'm going to say something loud that a lot of people are scared to say. With Steph back, this team is dangerous, period. I don't care what seed they are. I don't care what the record says. I don't care how many analysts say first round and out. We have seen this movie before. We have seen what happens when Steph catches a rhythm, when the defense starts overreacting, when Draymond starts reading the game 1 step ahead, when role players get easier looks, when all the pressure bends toward one man and he still cooks anyway. That is why Steve Kerr said they are back in the fight. That was not just a nice quote. That was a real feeling from inside the building. Steph does not just return, he revives. And that's the biggest point here. This is not about pretending the Warriors are perfect. It's about understanding what championship DNA looks like when it wakes back up. Steph is still that dude. Still box office, still the most terrifying shooter ever, still the one player who can make an entire playoff bracket nervous just by being healthy at the right time. And once you know that, everything changes. The play-in stops looking like a death sentence and starts looking like an opportunity, a chance, a doorway. One hot Steph run, one huge road win, one avalanche quarter, one classic Steph Curry night, and suddenly the whole conversation flips. That's why I love this moment, because the rest of the league was getting comfortable, and now they have to deal with him again. And don't underestimate what this does emotionally for the whole group. Steph plays with joy, man, real joy, and that joy is contagious. Teammates run harder, defenders gamble more aggressively, the crowd gets louder, the entire team starts moving like it believes again. That matters in playoff basketball. That matters in pressure games. The Warriors with Steph are not just better, they are more alive, more dangerous, more unpredictable, more capable of flipping a game in 3 minutes than almost any team in basketball. So my conclusion is simple and all the way optimistic. Steph Curry came back and changed the level of the Warriors again. Yes, they lost the game, but the bigger truth is that Golden State is back on the map, back in the fight, and back in the show. And if Steph is really rolling again, then the Warriors are not just a feel-good story. They are a real playoff threat and a real problem for anybody standing in front of them. Tell me what you think, Dub Haitian. How dangerous are the Warriors now that Steph is back? Drop your take in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and let's ride, because the chef is cooking again.